We have a project coming up that involves Usagi Yojimbo, Miyamoto Usagi, just a private commission.
Yeah.
So we needed to do a little research, collect references.
Yeah, just to get a better idea of the character.
Exactly. And I thought doing an ink and watercolor study to work out a design would be helpful.
Yeah.
So that's what we're going to do today. And spoiler, I made a mistake with the sketch. Let's see if I can fix it.
Oh, boy. Full disclosure, because we may have some Usagi Yojimbo fans watching, we don't know a lot about this character
No,
yet.
little more than the basics. Created by Stan Sakai back in the 80s.
Yep.
He's a samurai, a ronin, and he's a rabbit.
Right.
An anthropomorphic rabbit.
Also, there was some crossover with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles universe, but that's about as far as we've gotten.
Yeah, but I love this character's visuals. I'm going off model. I'm kind of doing my own thing, but I love the way the ears are bound up top like samurai hair.
Yeah.
I love the uniform. It's just a really genius design. Aside from using a pen for the fine facial features, I really want to use a brush to ink this piece because, as usual, I want to get better at brush inking, and practice makes progress.
And we'll note all the tools and materials down in the info.
Yeah, but just as a tip, I do drop a little ink in that very fancy high-tech bottle cap so that I can see where the bottom of the ink is and I don't smash the bristles of my brush.
Good tip. So this comic just kind of swept right past us.
Yeah.
Somehow.
I guess there are just so many different things to enjoy and so many different mediums. You're bound to miss some good stuff.
Right.
And I guess I was aware of Usagi Yojimbo, but I guess I just never picked it up to try it.
It happens all the time.
Yeah, but the good thing there is that now we have literal decades worth of material that is brand new to us if we want to dive in. So here comes my mistake, and I want to point it out. There are a lot of little parts and pieces to this outfit, and it's all new to me. And the sheaths for the katana are held by that like sash around his waist.
Right.
But I guess I just wasn't paying attention to what I was doing, that I screwed it up and I put it in front of his sleeve instead of behind.
I literally would never have noticed.
Yeah, but somebody would have. And the problem is, I didn't notice it either at the time.
Yeah.
Now at this point, it's all just pencils. So I could easily erase this and fix it, zip.
I didn't even notice this. Now I can't stop looking
Well,
at it.
ignore it for now.
Okay.
But I want to show you a little trick I came up with.
Okay.
Inking the curve of this blade made me nervous.
Yeah?
Hand-shakingly nervous. So brush or pen, I was sure I was going to screw it up. But I tried this. I scanned in my pencils, I traced the image in Affinity Designer, I exported an SVG file, and in order to match this curve exactly, and I know this is overkill, I took the file to our laser cutter and I made myself a custom ruler.
You absolute coward.
Coward is one word you could use. Innovator is another. Because look at this. It's a perfect fit.
You could also just not have the third cup of coffee and maybe your hand wouldn't shake.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Look how easy this made it. I just lay it on the paper and I trace it with my pen.
It's so simple.
Yeah.
All you need is a pen, some plywood, and a laser cutter.
You know what? I don't even care if it's overkill.
All right.
If it's worth doing, it's worth overdoing. It worked. Did I say innovator?
Yeah.
I meant genius.
Okay, genius. It looks like you went ahead and inked that sheath in the wrong position anyway.
Yeah.
So now what?
Well, first of all, it's not that vital. This is just a study.
Right.
It's not a commission. This is just for you and me. But yeah, at this point, it's still fixable.
Oh, good.
At this point, it's just a few lines. Get a little cover white on that. It wouldn't take too long to fix. But it's not going to remain a line drawing. You can see that I got out my ink wash again, and I want to lay down some tones before I go to the watercolor.
Also, before we get too far in, we want to thank our Patreons for their support.
Yeah, we really appreciate our Patreon supporters.
And also anyone who's watching.
Of course. The people that come to this channel to watch our videos, maybe learn a little, have some fun, talk about monsters and pop culture.
Yeah.
They know what's up.
Yeah.
They know what's going on. These people are in on it. Everybody else,
Yeah.
they got no idea what's going on. They just don't know, Michelle.
Maybe someone should let them know.
No, leave them. Who needs them?
Honestly, we do need more.
No. If people find out about this channel,
Yeah.
I will be beside myself with rage.
And here comes the custom ruler again.
I'm getting getting my money's worth out of it.
I thought you were going to fix that sleeve before you did the wash.
Well, I was going to fix it, but I didn't.
You didn't, Blanche. You didn't fix it. You just sat in a chair and kept inking and using that stupid ruler.
I hadn't even noticed my mistake at this point.
Well, what are you going to do now?
Well, at least I haven't put down the color. So here I am putting down the color.
Of course you're putting down the color. And I can't even blame you for not noticing because I didn't see it until after you told me about it.
Yeah, and I was upset. I was thinking about ripping it up.
I know. I begged you to give it to me if you're going to rip it up because I've seen you do that before, so I know you were close.
I think I just needed time to think it through.
Yeah.
And if there's one thing I learned doing the research for this project, the samurai were known for their discipline and commitment to their craft. So I thought it through.
Okay.
And this is how I fixed my error. First thing I did was I grabbed my gouache, acrylic gouache. It's relatively opaque, and I'm pretty good at matching color.
You are.
So I started mixing a blue to match the sleeve. Now, I don't have the same color gouache as I do watercolors, but I could see that I needed a cool blue, possibly some green and white. But I also had to account for the ink wash underneath the watercolors, so I grabbed the black and just did a little trial and error.
Nice.
I came pretty close the first time and just adjusted it as I went along.
I didn't even see you do this.
Yeah.
I left the room because I was too nervous.
And when I called you over to look?
I honestly couldn't figure out what had happened. I couldn't see the change.
Yeah, which is good. It's relatively seamless. And I know I didn't have to fix this. It's just a study.
Yeah.
But it was a challenge.
Okay, let's look at this thing. I really like this.
Good.
I know it's just a warm-up for our other project, but I kind of wish I would have convinced you to just give it to me when it was screwed up.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
About the fix, and I think this warrants mentioning, 2 years ago, I wouldn't have known how to fix this because we hadn't yet experimented with gouache.
Right.
I would have torn this up and tossed it in the air and danced a jig while the scraps of paper rained down around me.
Good Lord,
But
if you ever do that
because we experiment with things, we try different mediums, it not only makes the art a little better, hopefully, but it allows us, I think, to relax more when we make a mistake. And it gives us the confidence and knowledge to fix it.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't panic as much when I screw up.
Good.
And honestly, I don't even see the fix here. It's flawless.
It is. I did it.
You did it.
I did it all. Like a genius.
All right.
Or a samurai. Genius samurai.
No.